What we are witnessing are war crimes, blatant, barbaric war crimes.
Since Hamas attacked Israel on October 7th, brutally massacring 1,400 Israelis and taking 200 hostage into Gaza, China has taken the side of Hamas, condemning what they have called Israel's excessive retaliatory actions. On October 14th, Chinese Communist Party Politburo member and Foreign Minister Wang Yi, in a conversation with the Saudi Foreign Minister, stated that Israel's actions had surpassed the boundaries of self-defense. He emphasized that the historical injustice against Palestine, persisting for decades, must come to an end.
以色列人得到了生存的保障，巴勒斯坦人的生存谁来关心？以色列的民族已经不在世界上颠沛流离，巴勒斯坦民族何时才能重返家园？这个世界存在各种不公，而对巴勒斯坦的不公已经延宕了大半个世纪，承接了几代人的痛苦，不能再继续下去了。
Prominent figures in Chinese social media have made provocative statements contributing to this sentiment. Su Lin, a widely recognized social media personality, expressed in her program.
所以说很明显，家人们啊，这个哈马斯还是太温柔了。以色列不就是犹太版的纳粹吗？还有军国主义吗？让什么以色列铁穹防空系统成了皇帝的新衣。
The fact that such controversial statements passes through online censorship suggests official approval from Beijing. It signifies a deliberate and resolute strategy on the part of the Chinese Communist Party. What is it? During his visit to Russia earlier this year, Xi Jinping expressed to Putin his vision for what he referred to as the great transformation of the century. Both leaders agreed to push forward with this transformation.
这也真是百年变局这一部分，我们共同来推动。
Это как раз сейчас перемены, которые не было в течение 100 лет. Как вместе двигаем эти перемены. Перекиньте, пожалуйста, дорогой друг.
Xi Jinping's vision revolves around undermining the existing liberal world order backed by the U.S. and establishing a multipolar international system. At its core, this strategy aims to overthrow America's global leadership. To achieve this goal, propaganda serves as a vital tool for the CCP. Whenever the opportunity arises, Beijing enthusiastically promotes the narrative that the United States embodies arrogance and oppression as an imperialist power, while the CCP positions itself as a responsible global force that seeks peace. A China Global Television Network segment on October 15th exemplifies this tactic by contrasting China's calls for a ceasefire and humanitarian relief in Gaza with the U.S. deploying aircraft carriers in the region. Beijing's rhetorical campaign began domestically, effectively shaping public opinion within China. It was also exported to regions beyond China's borders, attracting audience in Muslim countries, major cities in Europe and America with significant Muslim populations, and China's allies. It is worth noting that although Beijing advocates peace in the region, it is to Beijing's advantage if the conflict in the Middle East intensifies, in which case the United States will be distracted from focusing its energy on Taiwan. Its strategic approach to forge a new world order could also tackle China's economic challenges by integrating these global forces into initiatives like the Belt and Road. This becomes more significant in the context that the CCP's policy arsenal has proven largely ineffective domestically. Regardless of the government's initiatives, the private sector and Chinese citizens are exhibiting a reluctance to spend, invest, or have children. Consequently, even with substantial government injections into the economy, the funds merely circulate within the financial system without stimulating broader economic activity. On October 17th, China marked the 10th anniversary of the Belt and Road Initiative with a grand celebration in Beijing, attended by representatives from over 130 countries. The underlying message conveyed during the conference was that the Belt and Road Initiative would not only continue to expand, but would do so with strategic refinements. Large-scale projects will give way to more focused endeavors, particularly in sectors such as green energy and healthcare. This shift aims to mitigate the risks associated with China's previous substantial loans that proved difficult to repay. After a period of relative quiet, China has thrust the Belt and Road Initiative back into the spotlight. This resurgence underscores that the initiative aligns with Xi Jinping's strategic vision and caters to China's current needs. It revolves around the expansion of markets, the acquisition of resources, the increase of Chinese influence, and the challenge to the liberal world order. In this context, the more intense regional conflicts become, the greater the benefit the CCP stands to reap. During global turmoil, nations opposing the United States and its allies have nowhere to go but to China. A case in point is Russia's President Putin. Before the Russian-Ukrainian war, Putin stood as an equal to Xi Jinping, with many believing Xi admired him. Russia, however, maintained a cautious distance from China due to distrust in the CCP. Yet, Putin's Ukraine invasion isolated Russia's economy from the West, compelling Russia to lean heavily on China. Consequently, China gained more leverage to dictate the terms of the bilateral relationship. Iran is the same. In February this year, Iranian President Ebrahim Raisi visited China and was warmly received by Xi Jinping. The two countries signed agreements worth billions of dollars. This has greatly reduced the pressure on Iran to withstand Western sanctions. Beijing is actively pursuing the development, which is essential to its strategic agenda. However, it's vital to understand Beijing's actions within the context of the Chinese Communist Party's urgent need due to its struggling economy. In contrast, the United States and its allies must respond with strategic determination and great patience. Specifically in the Middle East, it's crucial to support Israel in completely neutralizing Hamas, dismantling various support networks for the organization, enduring international anti-Israel pressures, and methodically achieving these goals. Time undoubtedly favors the United States and its allies in navigating this complex global landscape.